Hey there YouTube, this is Here to Learn 442. Realize I haven't made any videos recently. Sorry about that. Had some issues in my personal life, and I'm recovering from some injuries that came from an accident. So haven't been able to shoot. Still recovering from stuff, and hopefully I'll get some more shooting videos out in the next few months when my doctors allow me to go shooting again. It's also set back another channel that I was going to start. Anyway, I had someone comment the other day on my Lee Safety Prime problems and fixes video that I had just done it wrong or something like that. They sent me a link to Lee's official way to change it. Now I had looked into that, and Lee's official way to change it is to make sure that your priming arm, well, for the problem that I was having with this binding, especially when there was a primer in the pocket, when you come down, it was binding right here, right as it was hitting the shell holder. So Lee's advice is to make sure that this hits right in the middle between those two bumps. Well, I made sure that that happened. It's kind of hard to get a perfect angle here, but it definitely hits right between the two bumps. But I still have the issues that you could see in my other video where the bottom of the shell holder would get contacted and it would flip primers out and stuff like that. So if you watched my other video, you know that I went ahead and I welded a couple little tack welds onto my small primer priming arm for the Lee Safety Prime system on my 3-hole turret press, or 4-hole turret press, the classic turret press. So just to show you guys, like I did adjust everything, and as far as I can tell, it does sit right between those two bumps there, which is what Lee wants you to do, is rotate the press piece here, the ram essentially. They want you to rotate it so that, you know, well, we're going to look at the large primer now, so that this right here sits right in between those two bumps. And I just want to show you guys that I'm not as crazy as you might think. So there's my large priming arm, and here's a Lee number 2 from my 45 cal, my 45 ACP set. You can see that there, and there you go, 45 ACP, 45 outer rim. So that's the shell holder there. Here I have some Winchester large pistol primers. Okay, so here we go. First off, with the shell holder in place, I can drop this. There's no binding at all. So I'll go ahead and take the primer and drop it into the pocket there. So there you go, you can see the primer's in the pocket, and we're gonna go up. And even though I'm going at a quick pace, it's still got no binding, and it's not gonna flip that primer out like was happening with the small primer system. So it really does look like it's just a error with the way that Lee made this piece. I don't know if their machining tools are a little out of spec, or if it was just because when I bought this press, I know that it was the height of a lot of people getting into reloading, so maybe they were just in a rush to get some stuff out, and some of the small priming arms got made slightly off. But like I said in the previous video, adding a little bit of tack welding there. You could also use some epoxy and grind that down. You could also use, I've heard of people using hot glue. I'm sure that after a while the hot glue will have to be reapplied. But of course you could then just use a razor knife or an X-Acto knife with the hot glue to cut it down to the height that you needed. Anyway, I hope that this has been informative for you guys. Please remember, continue to learn, share your knowledge. Thanks for watching.